Another busy night. Anti-ICE protests raging in Minneapolis after another ICE-involved shooting. The Department of Homeland Security says an agent was attacked with a shovel and opened fire in self-defense, hitting an illegal migrant from Venezuela in the leg. DHS says, quote, fearing for his life and safety as he was being ambushed by 3 individuals, the officer fired defensive shots to defend his life. Fox News contributor and former FBI special agent Nicole Parker joins us right now. Nicole, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You cannot hit a cop with a shovel or a broom. That's what this guy did yesterday.
It's very simple, and I'll just put it in the most simple terms that anyone can understand. Obey the laws, allow the ICE agents and federal officers and law enforcement officers to execute their legal warrants. No problems, no issues. The moment that individuals start attacking law enforcement, assaulting officers, you're going to run into consequences and there will be problems.
Yeah, there have been a lot of problems. Take a look at this graphic right here. Law enforcement officers have faced a 1,300% increase in assaults over the last 2 years now. And Nicole, when you look at what's going on in Minneapolis, and you know, tensions are running high on both sides, but you've got the mayor saying, you know, essentially get right up in their face, but don't break the law. And then you've got the governor saying, hey, make sure you get out your phone and document every cop and every ICE agent. They're going right up to the line. But every once in a while, somebody goes over the line, and then that's when something happens.
That's right. I think that their rhetoric is definitely instigating some of this. And I've actually had former agents and friends of mine from the FBI reach out, and they're like, you know, they need to look into obstruction charges by Walz and by the mayor, because they are definitely, their rhetoric is instigating a lot of this type of behavior. But Steve, let me explain to you that when you're on the ground, that is the worst possible scenario for an agent. When you are on the ground, we always are trained that when you're in an encounter with someone, the first goal is to create space. When you're on the ground, there is no longer the ability to create space. So not only are you being attacked, you now have your weapon on your hip, on your waist, or potentially in your hand. That is the first thing, is weapon retention, because they could potentially try to take your firearm from you and use it against you. So imagine you're on the ground grappling. You're trying to retain your weapon. You have 3 individuals coming at you, one with potentially a shovel, one with a broomstick. Those are potential weapons that could cause your death. If someone hits you in the head, people have this misnomer, it has to be a firearm. No, it does not. It could be a vehicle. It could be a golf club. It could be a bat. Any of those things. And so, again, looking at this based on the initial investigation, this, again, is a clean shoot. This officer has the right to defend their life, and no one should be assaulting an officer. And, again, if you do, you're going to run into a consequence.
Indeed. And, Nicole, here's the thing. I know these people think, you know, we're going to go out on the streets, it's freezing cold, but we're going to make a statement, and we are going to impede the officers as they execute what they were sent there to do. But the feds are not going to back down. They are not going to say, hey, oh, look, there's a guy with a shovel, there's a guy with a broom, there's a guy with a flashbang, we're going to go home. That's not going to happen. The feds are going to be there until it's done.
And you're right. They have the supremacy clause. And so regardless of what the locals think, they do have the federal right to go in. And, you know, regardless of the residents, whatever the mayor or the governor says, actually, the feds trump them. They have the supremacy clause. They have every right to be there. Again, they have legal warrants that they are legally executing. And what they're actually doing, if they have not realized already, is that the Trump administration, they're not going to tolerate this. So if you continue to resist and you cause violence and you're causing harm to agents, do you know what they're going to do? They're going to do the right thing, and they're going to continue to send more law enforcement there to protect their agents first and foremost. When you are an officer or an agent, you have the right to go home alive. Plain and simple. You have the right to defend your life, and anyone that chooses to go against that, you will face a consequence, like I have said over and over. Title 18 U.S. Code, Section 111, assaulting a federal officer. Those individuals will be charged. And it's sad to see because, again, no agent ever wants to have to deploy their firearm. But we saw what happened last week. It's very tragic. But again, if you do that, there will be a consequence.
Indeed. Nicole, thank you very much for joining us today with your analysis.
Thank you.
You bet. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.